Okay, hi. How are you, Raji?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So this is, everyone, neuroplasticity lesson, I believe we're on 4. Which one are we on? 4.
I think 4.
So let's just do a quick review. We did a definition of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change itself based on mental intention. Number 2, we did neurostimulation, getting Raji back in touch with her leg, establishing a relationship, touching, feeling, sensory neurons, right? We're intending to move and we're touching and feeling and we're getting in touch with our leg. Number 3, we had Raji start to consciously speak out loud, intend, and move that right leg independently and not really pay attention to what it was doing so much as envisioning that you were walking with it, one leg and then the other one, and one leg and then the other one. So we just did a little recap, and I want Raji to share what she's struggling with and what she has found since these first few weeks that we've been working on this.
Yeah, so I now am a lot more consciously aware of my walking pattern. So before, as we saw in the previous video, I was kind of walking, crutches and then my legs. But now I am noticing more and more that I'm actually doing left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. I mean, not every time, but more so than I was before. And the other thing I've noticed is that since I've worked with Susan, I feel more of a sensation in my right leg, and overall, just with being able to actually concentrate more when I'm contracting the muscles. I mean, granted, they're minuscule and tiny, but like I can actually fire them more, I think. And then the things I'm struggling with still, I still am struggling with the visualization. And so, yeah, and I think, I don't know if that's because it's like I've never really done or remembered any sort of time in my life where I was walking a certain way without, or, with both legs. And so I think that's probably why it's hard for me.
Yeah. So we have 2 different types of clients, right? We have the ones that had their brain maps break early, or they were born with a condition and they never really developed in their brain large maps. So like you don't have a huge map for running and walking. And then we have people that have super strong maps. Maybe they were a runner or a biker or whatever, and then they got hurt and the maps got broken. And either way, we have to retrain the brain how to do it. So your brain has the ability to learn. We just need to use mirror neurons to get it to figure out how to do that. So when you're watching other people do it, we're kind of like fish in a school in the sea, we kind of move together and our brains do that. Our brains have mirror neurons, kind of like monkey see, monkey do. So as you're walking, it'll be really great for you to kind of like have the intention that you're walking one foot at a time. But even though that right leg might not be doing a whole lot yet, I want you to watch other people's legs doing it how you want your legs to do it, and imagine that you're doing that while you're walking. So really focus on other people. You live in Chicago, a big city. So it's easy for you to look at other people because everyone's everywhere, right?
Yep.
And just imagine that's what your legs are doing. Mirror neurons, mirror neurons, mirror neurons, over and over and over and over and over again. We just have to keep doing it over and over until each day those neurons, they start to find each other and connect. So just be super patient. The other thing we talked about is, our emotions vibrate in our cells at different levels. So frustration and anger and impatience and all of those, any kind of shame, anything that's going to vibrate way lower in your brain and in your cells and in your body, then if you just relax drop into the parasympathetic and just say, you're going to get it. Just be patient. We're just going to watch. We're just going to keep trying. Every day, we're going to make a little gain, a little gain, a little gain. It takes about 20 days for these guys to each connect. So you can imagine, I'm going to show you a homunculus. Have you ever heard of a homunculus? I don't remember who came up with it, but it's a map in your brain. It shows, like, if you cross section your brain this way, where our arms, legs, hands, feet, nose, eyes, all the things that are in our brain are located, like, physically on our brain somewhere. So you can imagine, like, I'll have to show you the map, but if we see that these are our legs right here is in our brain, you have to picture how long is it going to take all those tiny, tiny little neurons to make it all the way down your spinal column into your legs, into the tips of your toes. It's going to take a while, right?
Yep.
So we just have to be in the right emotion, the right vibration, the right parasympathetic drop nervous system, and just watch mirror neurons, watch other people do it, and imagine you doing it. So I'm really proud of you for doing the work. That's the biggest piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's just doing the work every day.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it all day, but
Right.
every day. It's like practicing anything else, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just want to do a review on the different types of neurons, because now we're kind of getting deep into them. And I want to teach everybody kind of to just be aware of those neurons and what are the different types. So we're going back to this map again. And we have 4 types of neurons, 4 stages of brain healing. So neurostimulation is what we started with. See, say, do. I'm going to speak, intend, and do all at the same time. Is going to light up every executive function of my brain, and I'm going to get more power in my walking by doing that. So, we practice that, come on, right leg, go ahead and step forward. It's easy. You can do it while you're moving. You're talking out loud so your brain hears your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week we talked about neuromodulation, which is how important it is to be in a relaxed state while you're doing this so that your brain opens up, more blood flow, more relaxation, more learning opportunities. Because everyone knows when we're stressed and we go into fight or flight and we're really intense, or it's going to shut down that blood flow and that ability to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the next type of neuron is neuro-relaxation. But we haven't really talked about this, but it's similar to meditation and just relaxing, but this is when you're actually sleeping or in such a deep state of meditation that you're kind of in the zone and you're not conscious of what's going on around you. So this is when your automatic nervous system takes over,
Mm-hmm.
and you're out. When you sleep, that's when your brain heals. That's when your body heals. That's when your immune system is at its strongest. That's when all the hard work, what you did during the day, sinks in. So it's so, so, so important to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I've studied Ayurveda intensely. And so I just want to remind everyone the best times to fall asleep are really between 8 and 10 at night, wherever you are. You get into the deepest sleep at that point, because that's when our nervous system fluctuates in kind of a wave all day long. And our nervous system between 8 and 10 at night is at the spot where it's easiest to fall asleep. Do you ever notice, like, you get really tired during that period of time, and then if you don't go to bed, or if you fall asleep on the couch, which is what I always do, and then I get up, brush my teeth, go to bed, I'm like totally awake and I can't fall asleep till 1 a.m.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you rode that wave and then you're up at the top again, and your nervous system was like, oh gosh, I guess we're not resting yet. I got to pump up some more adrenal glands and get in there. So our most efficient time to sleep is from 10 to 2 a.m., 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's when you get the most bang for your buck with healing. So it's super important. So I'm gonna let you know. And so when our automatic nervous system takes over, that's when these neurons can like swim and connect. Okay, so then the next one is neuro-differentiation. And this is more when we talked about you were getting a little frustrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
With how you were walking and trying to think of imagining yourself walking and visualizing and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just being conscious every day that we are going in the direction of healing. So anytime you have a negative thought, frustration, whatever, we're going to just be conscious of that and shift it so that you go from a lower vibration to a higher vibration of loving, support, patience, courage. All of those shift actually the energy so that you have more of it and you're having a more positive impact. So we all have to do neuro differentiation every day, you know, like you were just saying, I don't know if it's the weather or if I'm stressed out or what, but this is when we have to sit with ourselves constantly
Mm-hmm.
because we have, you know, the reptilian brain, the brain that's always wanting to survive. It's so
Yeah.
easy for us to hang out in the negative. It is like what we want to do because we're always wanting to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a lot of practice to shift. Yep, today I'm going to go in the direction of healing. I'm going to go in the direction of my legs working. I'm going to go in the direction of doing every little bit I can. And you're going to see a payoff. You're going to see a payoff. Period. End of story. It pays off. So, do you have any questions about the 4 different types of neurons?
No, other than, do you think it's helpful during the neuro relaxation stage? Is there any sort of, I guess, like, I know I've heard of people that use some sort of like frequency that they will fall asleep to. Does that help with that healing process? Is there any sort of,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
definitely. If you can get some of those, is it 528 hertz or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
meditations put on, we can go through another lesson actually on the neural relaxation. It would be so cool if I could show somebody online how to do it. But the state that you fall asleep in is the
Mm-hmm.
state that your body rests in for the night. So if
Hmm.
you're super agitated and you
Mm-hmm.
fall asleep that way,
Mm-hmm.
that's where you stay. So it is
Interesting.
really important to go to bed. You know, I usually like say what I'm grateful for, really try to relax, take deep breaths, feel the gravity drop, 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 your whole body relax, and try to fall asleep in that mode.
That's so fascinating because, and it makes complete sense because, so like I said, this last week, I've been kind of out of my normal pattern of, I consciously before have been falling asleep to some, I do the same thing. I do, what am I grateful for that happened, during the day. And then I usually put on some sort of, meditation. And then I feel like I wake up so much more calm and relaxed versus this last week. Um, I just feel my body in, is it, like you said, like that stressed, clenched mode. And I have this like pain just in my jaw that just, it's,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's crazy.
Yeah. So talk to that jaw, tell it to drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, be conscious of taking a step back, taking a step down, just drop. Um, so this is what I want to ingrain in everybody's heads. I don't want to make this video too long, but to really learn these 4 different types of neurons is like really learning how to live your life throughout the day, right? We see, we say, we do, all positive together. Brain gets the biggest reaction from it. So neurostimulation, getting in touch with the body parts that are down. Okay, that's number 1. Neuromodulation. When you're doing it, you're being forgiving, you're being loving, you're being relaxed in it. You're not being intense and judgmental. I'm relaxed and I'm doing my work. right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, how important it is to sleep to allow yourself to heal, get into a good state before you fall asleep. Number 4, don't take no for an answer. It's differentiation. It's you're in this spot and you're going to shift and go in the direction that you want to go in. So, I've had a lot of super depressing stuff going on with my family breaking up, and I get these triggers, and it either send me into a downward spiral and I can hang out there for a long time, or I can choose to feel the emotion. Okay, yeah, I'm really feeling abandoned. I'm really feeling sad, but I only get to hang out there for a little bit of time. And I know this is the direction I want my life to go. If I hang out there for too long, I'm not going to make any progress. It's really being aware of those 4 things, and we'll just keep reviewing them until they're just like a habit in your mind.
Yeah. Do you think, sorry, I know you don't want this video to go too long, but do you think that the energy from other areas of our life also really affects, like that movement of, or progression of, okay, like my leg is healing or I'm healing. And I mean, so if I'm in like high vibration in other areas of my life, then I feel like that the progress of my own healing and my like neurons being able to connect, it will be faster, correct?
Yeah. You just have to make time for it and be aware. I mean,
Yeah.
awareness is the first step.
Right. And
then you can
way,
start feeling your environment more
mm-hmm.
and making the time. So
yeah. Would you say the fastest way to do that is just like you said, just to drop and do like relaxing meditation and just to get into that state and just kind of go from there?
I would try to practice morning waking and night sleeping. Just add 15-20 minutes a day to get into that drop of gratefulness, reassess where your energy is.
Yep.
And then if you can have a timer go off during the day, just as a reminder to check in. It's super amazing.
Yeah.
My nervous system used to be, I was almost hospitalized because my nervous system completely broke. Like my adrenal glands were on massive fatigue. That's a whole nother story. But I studied the science of the body and our biorhythms and how to get out of that. So neuroplasticity, yoga, all of the way that you basically treat yourself all during the day. You just got to be aware and check in.
Yeah, that's super helpful, and it's it's a good reminder too, because I have noticed that shift in like the last week, and I just feel like that my progress is not as has really been slowed down because of that state that I'm in, and it's because I like have let the world and outside get to me versus like
we're all human. Healing's like this. It's like you go up, 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 right? So
yeah, I just need to get back into that like zone, because I was doing really great and I was like, I'm feeling myself, like everything was going so yeah, you're totally right, it is like that.
Yeah. Okay, well, remember to just be kind to yourself, be patient, drop, and keep intending, keep watching other people, and we'll check in next week and we will take it from here.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, you're always so helpful.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.